So hi everyone, good evening. Actually, I have planned for live Q&A in the morning, but due to some reason we have to shift to this time. But a lot of important things we're gonna discuss in today's live Q&A, and especially about the future fees course, all about related to clinical SAS. Let's everyone join and we'll start the discussion. Let me share the link. And this video gonna be very special. Those who are looking to get entry into this role, those who are looking to get training, those who already got training and thinking about what gonna happen next, those who didn't got the job, and those who got the job, for them also this video gonna be important because we're gonna discuss the things from scratch, like from the beginning. Like if you are planning to take training, how much fees you should pay. I'm gonna reveal my fees as well, how much I'm charging, and how what you should learn now, like to get into this role, what you should actually learn, and if you're already in a job, should you upgrade your skills? Okay, so let's everyone join and we'll start the discussion, guys. Let's at least 15 people join the live discussion and then we can start. Rahul, yes, we have planned for live at 11 a.m., but right now it's 5 p.m. Even I know. Not a good time, but yeah, at least let's do it. Okay, okay. So we can start now, guys. I'm sharing my screen. Guys, quickly confirm me. Are you able to see an Excel sheet which I have shared on my screen? Confirm me if yes. Okay, now let me go back to the Excel sheet once again. So guys, a lot of you who might be planning to start your journey into this role, clinical SAS, so you should know two things. That very first, what is the standard fees one should pay? मतलब एक पे मतलब fees कितना होना चाहिए? What should be an average or maximum fees? So this video I'm making, so one should avoid paying high fees as well. People are paying very high fees, and I feel that is actually high. And I'm going to reveal in front of your screen the fees you are seeing as of now. That is fees I am charging. So see, the first on second row you can see SAS base advanced in clinical. So if someone is learning SAS base advanced and clinical, so base and advanced is nothing but SAS software. So you need to know what skills are required to work on this role. So to work on statistical programmer role, you need two types of skills. Which are they? Software skills plus what is the next? Role oriented knowledge. Role oriented knowledge is nothing but, in short, I can write domain knowledge. Domain knowledge is nothing but creating HDM Adam table listing, familiar with some studies, knowing about the protocol, CRF, mock shell, all these things. Okay. Now, to work on this role in 2025, to work on this role, statistical programmer, which software you should learn? So the very first software is SAS, and in domain knowledge you should do the clinical part. Okay, now this is the first preference, but in 2025 if you are planning to learn, you should minimum learn in the software part, you should learn at least SAS plus R and then the clinical. Okay, so this is what the actual requirement. So in the software part you should learn minimum two software, SAS and R. In the domain part you should learn clinical things like creating SDM Adam table listings. If I have to be very clear, so in the clinical part you should learn SDTM, Adam, TLF or table listings. This is enough. And apart from SDM Adam, some basic things are there. For sure, you're gonna learn protocol, CRF. What those are some documents, specs, and especially C-disk. You should know about C-disk, and then SDTM, and then Adam. SDTM, Adam, IG. I'm talking about. Two times I have written. So creating data set like SDTM, Adam, TLF. Now I'm making it complex, guys. Let me make it short. So in short, two software you should learn in the current scenario and the clinical knowledge, which includes the project, everything study. Now, if you're going anywhere or even if you're coming to me for joining this course, you should know what is the actual course and what is the fees. Either you are joining with me, either you are joining with someone else as well, any other institute. You can compare the fees as well. So if you are learning SAS, base, advanced, and clinical. So base and advanced is nothing but SAS software, and clinical is nothing but the project part or SDM Adam table listings. Okay. What is the standard duration? So standard duration is actually 3 months. What is the fees? Standard fees 45K. So this is something right now we are charging. 45K is the fees, and this is something standard fees. So how I have done this, how I come to this key, I'll be charging 45K. मतलब क्यों हम 45K ले रहे हैं? So for clinical part we are charging 30K. Okay, and for base and advanced software part we are charging 15K. So that's how 45K is the figure here you are able to see. But again, there is some discount, you can wait for it. And there is an 18% GST. So that is something 8,100. So if you include the GST, the fees is becoming 53,100 rupees. And you can pay in 2 installments. And if you're making payment in one shot, so there is some discount. So instead of 53, you need to pay 48 if you're paying in one part. So yeah, if you're planning to join again, might be I can also offer you at the time of joining some discount or maybe some other institute as well. But this will be the standard fee for if you're learning SAS based advanced and clinical. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Now coming to clinical SAS plus R. This is the next course we are providing. So what is there in the clinical SAS plus R? So here you are learning two software, SAS and R, okay, for data analysis. So why you're learning SAS and R software? Being a statistical programmer, actually you are responsible for analyzing patient data. You're gonna analyze the patient data. So for that purpose, you should know two softwares in 2025. Those two are SAS and R. Please let me check your comments as well. Are you able to see my screen or not? Okay. Guys, can you quickly confirm me the Excel sheet I was explaining that was visible, right? Right now I have came to YouTube, this screen, but if it was visible, please confirm me. Yes or no? Confirm me quickly in the comments. Okay, I'm assuming yes. Okay. Let me go back. Now, if you're learning clinical SAS plus R, anywhere you're going, the duration should be around 4 months. And the fees we are charging, that is 60K. Okay. GST is around 10,800, and then it is becoming 70K. And two installments, you can pay in two installment. And if you're paying in one shot, we are offering some discount and making it 63. Now you can have a question ki sir, how you are charging 60K or this much? How you are dividing the fees? किस चीज के लिए कितना charge कर रहे हो? For that we can come to the sheet. So you can see here. Okay. So for clinical part, we are charging. If anyone is coming to us ki separately, agar unhe clinical part they have to learn. So we are charging 30K right now. And for base and advanced, we are charging for SAS software 20K. So straight away, 30 plus 20 become 45. But if someone is joining together, so then we are offering a discount. Okay. So this will be same most probably, but here we are offering a 5K discount. So it will become 45K. 30 plus 15, 45K. If so, in the software part, if someone is learning together, you can see the fees. Either you are learning SAS separately from us, R or Python or SQL or Power BI, the fees is 20K. Okay. But if you are learning together, let's suppose if you are learning two things, clinical and SAS or SAS and R or R and Python, so we give 5K discount. So this will become 25K, let's suppose. We'll offer discount on this as well. And this will become 15K and 15K. This is how the fees is calculated. This is how the separation we are doing. I hope you're clear with this. Okay. So अगर आप separately you are taking a single service, like you are learning SAS software or R or Python, then fees will be 20K, or you are learning clinical 30K. But if you are learning together two things like SAS and R or clinical or SAS, so there will be 5K discount in each. Upfront I'm offering to everyone. This is how the fees we are calculating in the course. Let's come to the course again. So yeah, this clinical SAS plus R, two softwares plus clinical domain knowledge. This is how the fees is calculated, and we are offering some discount here. Now let's come to the clinical SAS plus data science. So clinical SAS plus data science, because right now our role statistical programmer is slowly evolving into धीरे धीरे ये role, this is becoming data science or data scientist. Because being a clinical SAS programmer or statistical programmer, you actually analyze the patient data. You actually do the data analysis. So slowly what happening in general in data analysis or data science industry, that is going to happen, or that is getting adapted in the clinical industry or CROs as well. So the future of clinical is nothing but the data scientist only. What is happening in general data scientist, that is going to be happen in statistical programmer role as well, or clinical SAS programmer. So that's why this course we have clinical SAS plus data science. So by doing this course, you can not only apply for the role clinical SAS programmer or statistical programmer, you can apply to other sectors as well. The companies which are hiring for data scientists or data analysts, because you have 5 tools knowledge: SAS, R, Python, SQL, Power BI. 5 tools you're gonna learn, and clinical as well. Clinical means the domain knowledge, project or study, creating SDM, Adam table listings. So those who want to apply to wider market, or those who want to ensure my knowledge should be great in the clinical part, my chances should be higher. If the requirement, let's suppose right now the companies are, most of the companies are asking for clinical SAS role, they are asking SAS and R software. And some companies are asking Python as well and Power BI as well, some of them. So if you are learning this part, clinical SAS plus data science, which include 5 softwares, so you are not only eligible for statistical programmer role, you can apply to in general for data analysis or data scientist role. Okay, wherever or any IT company, if it is there, if you are interested, or you can score well for this role as well. अगर इंटरव्यू हो रहा है तो you can perform well because you have more knowledge, but again you have to put some efforts. Time duration will be around 6 months. Fees is 99K. As per government rule 18% GST, it is 17,800. So total it is becoming 116. So we are charging 15K for each of the software, 15, 15. So 5 softwares become 75, and for clinicals as some of the fees. Okay, that's how it is becoming. You can pay in 3 installment. If you're paying in one shot, it will be 105K. Okay, so still, and guys, I'll come to you as well. If you're feeling this fees is high or low, we can have a open discussion over here. I would like to hear from you as well. So guys, let's see your comments because I cannot see your comments. Should I check your comments in my phone? Let me check it right away. Because here I have to switch the screen. I have to check your comments. I'm seeing my on live. So right now I can see only 6 people are live. So guys, those who are 6 people, what do you think the fees we have kept for base, advanced and clinical? That is actually 45 and this is GST. So this 40K, 45K fees, okay, including GST, it is becoming 53. So the fees we have kept 45, it is, what do you think? It is more or it is fine? I want to have an open discussion with you. Come on. Okay. Ankita is telling more. So Ankita, what actually happening here? See, for software, if you are learning SAS software, we are charging you 15K. So for learning a software from scratch to end, do you think 15K is more or less? Guys, for for training a single software, if you are learning together, let's suppose clinical along with clinical you are learning SAS software or our software, we are charging 15K. So what do you think? 15K is good, more or what? Ankita. Okay. So 15K, let's suppose if I'm charging for SAS software from scratch to end, and for clinical I'm charging 25K. So because in clinical, let's suppose right now we are adding more in the current batch, we are going to create more SDM data set or ADAM data set. So clinical part is actually, it consists of more things. Actually, teaching SAS software is also not easy, or learning is not that much easy. But still, I feel the clinical part seems to be difficult to the student. So it took more effort to teach to the students, especially the clinical part. So, and that is wider as well. So for that, we have kept the fees 25K. So for clinical, the fees we have kept, is it fine? Like 25K. Guys, come on. For clinical part, which conclude of project, SDM, ADAM, table listing, we have kept it 25. And for teaching any software, you're learning SAS or Python, we have kept 15. So then, if that is the case, then this fees 45K, it should be good for you, I think. Now, coming to clinical SAS plus data science, why the fees is 99K? Why this much? Because guys, you are learning 5 softwares. And if we are charging even that less amount, 15K for each software from teaching from scratch to end, 15K for Power BI, 15K for SQL, 15K for Python, and 15K for R, and 15K for SAS. Yeah, GST is high. Someone told me that, sir, why government is charging this much GST? 18% GST on education, actually services. So Ankita is telling after GST it is becoming high, like this 8K is. So GST is something we have to pay, Ankita. If you want to run anything in a legit way, okay, or else the GST department can come to me कि भाई आप GST हमें पे नहीं कर रहे. So at that time they can. Uh, there is no as such age criteria. So we have some discount in one shot payment as well. We are offering like 11K, 7K, 5K discount. So if you are paying this 53 will become 48 if you are paying in one part, everyone. So there is a discount as well if you are paying in one shot. Then coming to this one, data science. If someone want to only learn R, Python, SQL, and Power BI, they can learn that as well. Okay, let me zoom in if this is not visible to you. I hope this is visible to you now. So data science, it includes R, Python, SQL, and Power BI. So duration will be around 4 months. Fees is 70K. GST is 1260, so it is going to 82. You can pay in 3 installment, and if you're paying in one part, it becomes 65. Okay. And this biostat, these courses are for people who belong from statistics background. Okay, this is the role name bio. We are giving training for this as well. This is the role name people who are from biostatistics background or statistics background or math background. They are eligible for these roles. Okay, so for biostat role, people who are from statistics background, they can go for it. It is also one of the high paying job in CRO. So if someone is choosing biostat plus R software, because in that role also R software is needed, 3 months duration and 50K is the fees. Okay, and 9,000 will be GST, so it's becoming 59. You can pay in 2 installment, and this is the one shot payment. Okay, and then biostat plus R plus SAS. So 60K is the fees if you're from statistics background, and this much is the GST, and this is becoming the fees. And if you're paying in one part, still we are offering discount. Okay, you can pay in multiple parts, 1, 2, or 3. If you're paying in one part, there is discount. And this is biostat plus R plus SAS plus clinical, and this is 80K. So here you get 2 roles knowledge, biostatistics plus statistical programmer. And guys, recently someone, like in the morning I was doing counseling, तो उन्होंने एक इंस्टीट्यूट से कोर्स किया, तो उन्हें ऐसा बोला गया कि हम आपको क्लिनिकल सैस के लिए भी ट्रेन करेंगे, प्लस आर भी देंगे, प्लस CDM के लिए भी ट्रेन करेंगे, प्लस मे बी PV के लिए भी ट्रेन करेंगे, प्लस कम्युनिकेशन के भी सेशन होंगे, एंड they were charging different amount for each of them, like they have counted. एंड जब स्टूडेंट ने मुझे कनेक्ट किया तो मैंने पूछा कि आपने मुझे कनेक्ट करने का क्या रीज़न है, तो उन्होंने बोला सर उन्होंने हमें इतना सब प्रॉमिस कर दिया, बट उन्होंने कुछ ऐसा हमें नहीं दिया और क्लिनिकल पार्ट हमें पढ़ाया ही नहीं. So there's a lot of institute are there in the market, and believe me guys, that institute was one of the old institute, and if you check on Google, they have good number of reviews. That is one of the you can say reputed institute in Bangalore. So I don't know like कि वो institute ने ऐसा क्यों किया कि so many institute are there, and the fees they have charged कि 55K, like इतना सब promise करके 55K बोला, and they were unable to deliver. So So many institute are there, like before joining any institute, I feel you should take the feedback from their previous students. Okay, previous student feedbacks are good because Google reviews are also, fake reviews or managed. So talking to their existing students, and don't ask them कि आप हमें कुछ existing student का number दो. Search on LinkedIn. So like our institute name is Clinical Study Academy. This is our website. So even if you go on LinkedIn, there is a lot of students who have learned from us. They have in their uh, uh, LinkedIn that they have learned from us Clinical Study Academy. So once you check their profile, आप search कर सकते हो Clinical Study Academy. You can click on the people filter, एंड वहां पे आपको ऐसे लोग दिख जाएंगे जिन्होंने हमसे ट्रेनिंग लिया है, एंड देन यू ask them. Don't ask an institute because obviously they're gonna give you number of some candidate who gonna give you good feedback. And Google feedbacks are also nowadays I think sometimes controlled, or like institute are somehow able to manage good reviews. So beware from, because even this is shocking for me as well, that some institutes are old and they are promising so many things. They are promising advanced diploma, post graduation in clinical or statistical or biostat. Especially this is becoming a trend, advanced diploma or post graduation, because by telling these terms advanced diploma or post graduation, they can charge you little more. They can charge you little more. And what is advanced diploma or post graduation? Some institutes are doing this, they are giving this. What is that? Actually nothing but skills, right? What skills you need to work on this role? Statistical programmer, software skill, and domain knowledge. So actually they are giving you the same, and they have renamed it as advanced diploma or post graduation. And sometimes they are combining many things like PV plus CDM plus statistical. One thing you need to understand, you don't need to have separate training for CDM. If you are learning statistical programmer role, if you are learning the skills for that, CDM knowledge already included in that. So one of our student who got selected in Fortria, and he learned clinical SAS from us, but he got selected in CDM, and its salary is also good. So what I mean to say that for CDM or PV, don't take separate training. For PV, don't take training actually. And for CVM, don't take separate training. Take the training for clinical SAS role. It already includes the knowledge of CDM. So here, what I have mentioned in the syllabus, that is actually what you need. No extra stuff, no messy things. So now coming to what is going to happen. Like some people have asked me, "Ki, sir, jobs are less in this role," or let me come to our screen. Let me see your comments. ठीक है. So some people have asked me ki sir, jobs are less on this role, or we are not getting interviews. So for guys, like, see, this role name clinical SAS programmer, right now it is called as statistical programmer. If someone is not getting selected, someone else is getting selected, right? Because industry can't run without this role. They need this role, statistical programmer. We all know this is a good paying profile. So someone need to be there to keep that cycle moving, right? So someone is always getting selected. If you see, someone will always get hired. And obviously if someone is getting hired, at the same time someone will not get hired. What happened, the population of the world is very high, so companies cannot compensate all of us. So let's suppose if 100 people are there, those who are learning clinical SAS at a time, at the moment only 30 people can get selected as per the requirement of the industry. So what will happen to another 70 people? Guys, you have to wait for the next, right, next term. Whenever interviews are happening, you need to keep improving. Now the question is, sir, if we are not getting interview, if things are not happening, what we should do? See, if you are a fresher, if you have recently passed out, so what I suggest that get a job, get a relevant job. If you have recently passed out, you have learned clinical SAS, so get a job which is relevant to your role, relevant to your education. And already you have the skill of clinical SAS, keep applying. Whenever you get a job, switch. And so in the career part, two things are there. Believe me, guys, two things are there. First thing is like कि या तो आप figure out कर लो, figure out that what is something inside you, like you love singing and you are improving and slowly you are becoming famous and you become singer, dancer or comedian or public motivator or musician or psychiatrist, anything, right? Entertainer, anything you become. So either you figure out yourself and found out the real self, that what actually you are, या तो आप कर लाइक वो फिगर आउट कर लो अगर लाइफ में अच्छा कुछ करना है या आगे बढ़ना है तो, या तो सी जो कॉर्पोरेट है व्हाट इज दैट रिक्वायरमेंट. As per your education you should know ki if I have done pharmacy or biotechnology or bioinformatics, what are the roles I'm eligible for, or in the market which are the roles for which I'm eligible, which are the high paying roles. Okay, so see, until unless you figure out yourself, you should figure out something which is in demand in the market. Okay, so if you are eligible for some role which is in demand, you should gather the skill for that and you should try getting into that role. Okay, once you get into that role, yeah, you'll be getting good money, you'll be getting good growth. Yeah, there will be some small problems that you'll be coping up, like you need to improve your communication, you might face some challenges, you want to improve yourself with time. And finally, what I believe the end goal of life is figuring out yourself. It's not something, because again what I feel ki you cannot do something which you don't do, which you don't love to do for such long. So if you're doing something, start loving it. If it is giving you good amount of money or good amount of respect, start loving it. And if you are not loving, start figuring out yourself. Don't get, you know, don't get trapped into that कि अब जो है यही है. Okay, like a lot of people, they spend a lot, they earn good amount of money and they spend a lot, and eventually what happened, they got trapped. So what I believe ki you should figure out ki in long run that what is something which you love to do, and you should do that actually. Because always remember that in this world you cannot survive without doing anything. In this world you cannot survive without doing anything. It means you have to do something for surviving, or for growing, or for enjoying your life. So you have to do something. So 90% of people, they do job, right? And so if you're doing job, so either you do a job which you love to do, or either you start loving your job whatever you are doing. Or if you don't love, in long run, if it is paying high, you are respecting, okay, everything is fine, in long run figure it out what is something you enjoy and do that. Because uh, from morning 10 to evening 5 or 6 you're going to give your time to your work, right? Whatever work either you're doing for corporate or either you're doing for on any work you're doing. So in your active hours, the morning hours, the major time you are giving to your work. So the major time you are giving to your work, if you don't love that work, if you don't enjoy that work, your life gonna be hell in long run. Your life gonna be hell in long run. You'll not enjoy. At certain time, uh, after some period of time, you'll start feeling that okay, I'm getting money, but okay, that's enough. I won't do it. Okay, because you're going to give your 7-8 hours to your job. So initially you should uh, get a job, and then you should get a good job. Okay, get good skills. See, no one going to give you a good job without having good skills. And what is the problem of the academics? the colleges or the universities, they are not giving you the skills which is required in the market. So that's why you have to figure out what is something I'm eligible for, or the roles eligible in the roles available in the market, and फिर वो roles पे मैं जाके job करूँ. So once you get the good skills, you are eligible to get into good role. Then you have to spend some time to get into that role. And once you get into that role, figure out that role. In long run, are you enjoying that role or not? If not, then what is something which you love to work, or love to which you enjoy actually, and you want to work and do that. So, and coming to guys, this tracker, this Excel sheet I have shared to you, the fees, I'll attach in the description, the video description, so you can access that as well. Okay. So guys, this was all from my end. Let's take your question. Bharta, yes, I do have online classes as well. Okay. Yeah, guys, like there are many things which I haven't told you apart from this SAS software, clinical R, this softwares. I do provide support as well till the time you get placement. So you can still connect to me and call to me till the time you are getting placed. Ganesh is asking, are you providing placement? I think this is a good question, but in the placement part, what we do that if you're getting to know that any vacancies are there, we can share in the group, and we're gonna guide you how to find jobs, how our previous student got selected. And the third thing, that suppose if you're applying in a company and you didn't got any response, you got to know there is a vacancy, but you're not getting response. So you can reach out to me. I can check if anyone is there in my connection. I'll reach out to them, either my student or anyone, and ask them, are you getting the referral option? Because there is a vacancy for fresher role. So if they're getting the referral option, we can refer your CV. This is something legit we can do. Yogesh Sharma, sir, if it is initial placement package, that's why I get justified, then the charges are okay. See, Yogesh, you need to understand statistical programmer is a high grade role. So obviously, if the grade is high for any role, the pay gonna be high only. Maybe in short term, if you're getting started with a small company, your salary can be 3 or some LP. Or most probably even your salary, let's suppose you got selected on this role with 3 LPA. If you switch your company, if you be with the same company, they're gonna give you good hike. 30, 40, 50% of hike next year itself. If you switch the company from 3, it can reach to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So that's what about the high grade jobs, right? So the grade is high, you can obviously wanna get good salary. Which course is good for B Pharma student? CDM is there, statistical is there. CDM comes under statistical. So if you're learning clinical SAS, that is good. Many other roles are there, but as per my knowledge, a statistical programmer should be the role you should target. The course name is clinical SAS. Snowflake सर मेरे को 2 साल का गैप है. Snowflake, what's your educational background? See, for salary, I have already created videos, Yogesh. Just check, just write SAS statistical programmer salary or clinical SAS programmer salary and write my channel name, Mr. Seeker, at the end in the search bar. You'll get my video. Arindam is asking, please tell me CSV opportunity. I didn't got it. What is CSV? Can you please elaborate it? Please talk about fresh. Okay. On an average, it's around 4 or 5 LPA. And some companies, some of our students got selected for good pay as well, 7, 8, 9. हर्षित सर, मुझे SAS के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने हैं प्रैक्टिस के लिए। आई एम बिगनर, कैन यू हेल्प मी सम वेबसाइट? सर मुझे SAS के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने, ओके। Maybe in our website, Clinical Study Academy website, we can add a page, SAS interview questions, and where we can put a bunch of interview questions. That is what we can do. Sunanda, sir, please told our syllabus. Mhm. Our syllabus, okay. I'll create a video on that. And as there is no as such age criteria, but yeah, always, the companies prefer that the younger you are, the much motivated you are. But there is no as such age criteria. Biotech, then you are eligible for this role. Yes, you can do it. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay. So, Harshit, meantime, you can just simply search on ChatGTP or SAS interview questions on Google. For sure, you're gonna get some questions. Yes, Abhi, you can. Prem Sai is asking, learning SAS base only will help me to get job in clinical SAS. If you have asked me this question 6 years back, then obviously yes, Prem Sai. But right now, by only SAS, getting job into this role is difficult. You should have the knowledge of SAS software, clinical knowledge. Clinical means creating SDM Adam table listings, and then R software. So two software, that is SAS and R, you should know, and clinical knowledge. Harshit, you can search on ChatGTP, SAS scenario-based questions or topic-wise, function scenario-based question or scenario-based question for SAS softwares. Yes, Yogesh. See, anything you can learn online, the only part is like the completion ratio. If you're learning online, like let's suppose from recorded videos or courses, 3% is the ratio, 3 to 5%. Only 3% of people actually, learn when they start learning from recorded videos. That's a problem. And even the things are not structured at one place. Ganesh, sir, if any interviews happens in the middle of coaching, is that? Yes, you can. So always, if you're learning from me or anyone, you can ask them like, I want to prepare for this interview, and they're gonna prepare you quickly as per the current knowledge. Prem Sai, as a fresher with zero skills, from where I should start from scratch, get a job in SAS? This is a very good question. See, the very first thing, Prem Sai, you should learn first SAS software. So SAS software is divided into two parts, base and advanced. Then you should learn the clinical part, that is SDM, Adam, table, listing. Then you should learn R software, these things. If any interviews happen, okay. Yes, I have already answered. Snowflake, but after completing MSc Biotech gap of 2 years, it will be tough to get job. Or should see, guys, those who have gap, तो एक चीज तो मान लो that the things are going to be little tough for you. अगर gap है तो little tough. So let's suppose a person who is learning SAS, who is recently passed out, a person who is having 4 5 years of gap, who is learning SAS, who don't have relevant skill, totally gap. So you have to put a little more efforts. You need to be a little more better so that you can compete a guy who recently passed out. You should have something as an edge, plus point. So I feel you should be more consistent. You should be more, you should learn in a good way. You should learn along with SAS R software as well, a little bit of Python as well, so you can show more skills. So if something is less, to balance that less, you should have something in more. Ganesh is asking, sir, if any interviews happen, but in the middle of coaching, is there, you can attend the interview for sure. And you can tell to the interviewer, actually, my classes are going on, but I wanted to appear in the interview so that I can get an idea where I am and I'm performing. So obviously, don't worry, even if you're not fully prepared, if you're getting the interview, give it. Prem Sai, sir, to trouble you, could you please repeat it again, SAS space after the part? See, I'm telling SAS, SAS software plus SDTM. Oh, I can, you can check my syllabus. Prem Sai, I have created a video, clinical SAS syllabus. I have created multiple videos. There I have explained in detail. Go and check that. So guys, I hope I have answered most of your questions. And okay, that's all from my end. If you have any questions, you can ask me quickly, or else we can wind up this live discussion in a few minutes. Certification is easy only, and in our training, we teach the certification as well. In all of our courses, base as exam preparation is like must we give to them. We give training for that as well. Okay. So guys, I hope you all got your answers. From M in pharmacology is best option. Dinesh, I didn't got your question. क्वेश्चन नहीं पता चला आपका. ठीक है. So guys, I think I have answered most of your questions. And life is a journey. Keep moving until unless you are satisfied. Don't get satisfied too early. Even I feel I got satisfied. But getting satisfied is like parasite. समझ लो कि आप अगर satisfy हो, satisfy is not like कि want more money or want, but at least you should have a minimum, because God never told us to live a mediocre or lower life, or God have created abundance of things, like either getting into good role, earning good money. If you want to purchase something, we want to purchase that. Experience everything. Uh, don't let the life in such way कि you haven't experienced even a good salary, a good career, good things. At least you should have able to afford the average life, I feel. And once you are able to afford a average or good life, then decide what is next. Would you like to do something which you love to do apart from this career which you are into? And you should focus on that then slowly. But yeah, and that's a life journey. The day you start figuring out, the day you will start facing challenges. Because if you're trying to do something in life, you're gonna face challenges. Okay, so yeah. Yes, Akansha, like you can connect me through one-to-one counseling in any of my videos or in this channel about section. You can find one-to-one counseling link. From there, you can book a slot and we can have one-to-one counseling. Is full clinical SAS course free, including clinical SAS? Is full clinical SAS course no, the free or fee? What you're asking? Free? Maybe on like YouTube, some of the channels you will find free videos as well, recordings as well. You're talking about the course. So the course we are providing, that is not actually free. That is paid course. Okay. So guys, so guys, if anyone want to connect me, they can connect me through one-to-one counseling. There is an option in any of the video description. You can check, or you can check in the channel about section. You'll get one-to-one counseling option. That's all for today. I hope you got your answers. Enjoy your remaining day. Thank you, everyone, and bye bye, everyone.